Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the Belgium Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered. Let's get straight into it. You know the score by now. We'll start with Max. I'll give him a standard 5. Retires after a poor start. Contact with Kimi Raikkonen. Goes off at the bottom of Radion. His race was over. Qualifies P5. Bit of a tough weekend in front of all them Dutch fans. Alexander Albon, 9. Very solid first weekend for Red Bull. Obviously had that penalty, but in the race. Pulled off some worldies. Ends up P5. Brilliant debut by Albon. Took him a while to get through the traffic, but once he put the softs on, he was flying. Danny Kvyat, 7. The new Kvyat. Amazing race once again, but he had a poor qualifying. That's why I've marked him down a bit. I mean, in the race, it was confusing at the end because two people in the points went off. He got 7th. Gasly, 8. Very impressive on his return to Toro Rosso. Looked confident all of a sudden. Now he's not got the pressure of Red Bull. I mean, had some good racing, good overtakes. It was a good weekend for Pierre Gasly. Daniel Ricciardo, 4. Amazing qualifying, P6. Takes a penalty in the race, and then in the race he just went backwards. I mean, he pitted because he thought he had damage for the first lap. Tried to go to the end on mediums or softs. Mediums? No, it was mediums. And tried to go to the end, just went backwards. Nico Hulkenberg, 8 out of 10. Loses his seat. He consistent. Performs in the race as usual. Loses his seat. You think he'd be having a tough weekend, but he performs as usual. Lewis Hamilton, 8 out of 10. Qualified 3rd, finished 2nd, all over Charles Leclerc at the end of the race, but big mistake in practice 3, crashed the car, only just got out for qualifying, so it was a good haul of points considering he crashed the car. Bottas, 8 out of 10, solid weekend, new contract, on the podium. Not many mistakes by Bottas, pretty solid. Kimi Raikkonen, 2 out of 10. Very good qualifying, but a horror race. Contact with Max, then basically just went round in the race as if it was a test session. And he was also carrying an injury after his motocross incident in the mid-season. Giovinazzi, 6. He had not a bad qualifying. Where was he? 15th. Suppose that's not too bad for Giovinazzi. Very good race, but then he's in the points, P9, puts a world-class move on Ricciardo, and then he goes off at P1. I still haven't seen it. Was it driver mistake, or was it a car error? Someone leave it in the comments. It never showed it on TV. Sergio Perez, 9 out of 10, Spa specialist. Again, he's a new one who's got a new contract, P6 in the race. Perez really is. He loves Belgium. He finished 5th last year, 6th this year. Brilliant. Lance Stroll, 7. Out of Q1, made it into Q2, scores a point. Solid by Stroll. Haas, Magnus and Grosjean 2, just went backwards in the race. Russell and Kubica, I give it 5. Very hard to mark them two. They're just last as usual, so we just give them a standard 5. Lando Norris, 9. Amazing race. Retires with 1 lap to go. Heartbreak. I mean, he was guaranteed P5. He ends up finishing P11 outside the points. Horrible. Carlos Sainz, 1. And he's probably been driver of the season. Poor qualifying. Retires on lap 2. Loss of power. Yeah, he had a dreadful qualifying. And a dreadful race. A shocking weekend for Sainz. Vettel, 8. Qualifies 2nd, finishes 4th. Played the team game, helped Charles Leclerc. Held up Lewis Hamilton for a bit. And that allowed Leclerc to win. Solid points, fastest lap, played the team game. Vettel, P4 in the race. Charles Leclerc, 10 out of 10. Pole, race win, dominated. He won the race for his friend Anton Hubert, and it's fitting that he won the race with the tough weekend that has been. And there we have it, all 20 drivers covered. We go on to Monza, Italy. Ferrari go into that weekend on the back of a race win. Can Ferrari win at Monza? Kimi Raikkonen nearly won it last year. I mean, yeah, there we have it. Spa Grand Prix weekend done. Qualifying reaction, race reaction, driver ratings. And it's been a tough weekend. Leclerc wins the race for his friends. Comment down below, we'll always reply. And that is the Belgium Grand Prix done. Tough weekend, but it's finally over. Adios.